Welcome back to my channel, Raising the Dead, the Sumner House. It has been quite some time since we released a new episode. Thank you all so much for your patience. We have had never-ending, daunting work. A lot of personal things have come up. So here's a little brief insight on what we've been up to the last month and a half. Here is Chris constructing the floor to our bathroom. So, trying an experiment. Elmer's glue. I painted this tub. I want to create a gold flake crackle effect. So, we'll freaking see. I'm gonna wait for this to get tacky. And we'll see what it does. I'm gonna put another layer of paint over it. Just as soon as this gets dry enough to be tacky. And then I am going to crackle effect it. I need to get the freaking hair bristles out of here. I never said this was a good idea. This is, in fact, a terrible idea, but yeah. Limited resources. I wanted a gold tub, so we're gonna wing it and go for it. This is, in fact, the original tub that came with the house. I think I did a pretty good job at restoring it, and I put a unique little flair on it. And this is the moment I got epoxy in my hair and had to cut 1.5 inches off. I applied several layers of epoxy and she's holding up beautifully.
Let's get more glue in that. Here, let me help you.
Is that enough?
Let's do some right here. A little bit more right there. All right. Let's give her a shot. Good job, Allie.
Well, the floor is done. The floor is finally finished.
Yep, now I just need to let it dry.
Here is some of the lovely yard work we managed to complete before all of the rain grew the grass back within several days after this was filmed. We've got a nice little fire pit area. There's the windows we've repaired. Still got a little junk pile we need to move. Here's our pooches, Ute and Odin. They are such sweethearts. Here we've got a plethora of lovely little tree stumps that we've got to figure out how to pull out of the ground by the roots. Here's a little chair Chris made out of a tree we salvaged from the property. We have also felled quite a few trees because we have had a massive tick problem. It has been out of control. We had no choice but to mitigate it by mowing and felling some trees because I kid you not, I would walk out here in this back field and they would be crawling all over me. And as you know, ticks carry diseases, and not trying to have any of my children or us get sick. As you can see, this back half of the lot looks completely different. All the cars are gone. We've got most of the grass mowed down. We've still got some tires left on the property that we have got to get rid of. But I've got to say, it's looking quite a bit better. And it really is a breath of fresh air to be able to utilize this backspace and see it come back to life, even partially. Over there is where we're planning on putting our fruit tree orchard. Over there is our central junk pile where we will move the next roll off to. As you can tell, we've got more trees we have got to mitigate due to the tick problem. There's an old shed that we're gonna have to get rid of. It's falling apart. I've got rid of most of the junk on the side of the house there with some help of some amazing friends in town. And this beautiful tree, unfortunately, we had to cut down as the power company came in and chopped the top of it right off. And if you know anything about trees, you chop the crown of a tree off and it has virtually zero chance of survival. I was actually really devastated about this because I was planning on wrapping Christmas tree lights around that tree. So that really bummed me out, and we had to take her down ultimately, as half of the tree was already dying. So here is the finished view of all the landscaping we've been able to manage to do. We don't have our own mower, so we've been having to borrow one. Here is the steps that were there on the side door to the laundry area. Here's a porch swing we got. It's really pretty. And as you can see, we're gonna replace this porch area. Here is our temporary laundry room setup, our lovely fridge. This is our kitchen area with the toilet and tub that I hand painted and epoxied. Oh, not too shabby. I think it's got a little, artsy look to it. And here is the setup for the bathroom. Drywalling the bathroom. We're not gonna tape or mud or texture or anything just yet. So.
Bye-bye, pineapple light. Hello, Victorian lantern.
I am eventually going to paint the top of the sink gold to match the tub and toilet. It was about here that I decided it was time to go kayaking. Bring her in. You got it. Use those muscles. Keep it tight and controlled. There you go. You got it.
All right, come on.
Look at you. Oh, you did such a good job. And here we are back in the throes of the chaos, and we are installing the shower head to the clawfoot tub. We got this nice little shower head and curtain attachment off of Amazon, and it's pretty freaking cool if I don't say so myself. We've got some epoxy drippage on the toilet that I epoxied and painted myself. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Here is a lovely mirror that came with the house. Love it.
Let's start a bath. Oh, a bath.
On there. Down there.
Still leaking?
Straight. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh God, 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 oh God.
What?
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Well, at least we're taking a shower with a filthy pipe. With the filthy holes.
Looks like it's coming straight out of, like, the drain pipe.
What do you mean?
You see where it's all coming out right there? You see that? Well, when it rains, it pours, am I right?
Wait, I don't see the wind. I don't see that. Where's the wind coming from?
We've got a really good thunderstorm outside. Unfortunately, this house does not have the ridge caps on. And we attempted at one point in time, I climbed up there and attempted to put them on to no avail. And now this is the result.
I want to recreate the video too.
If anybody has ever seen the show Bless This Mess, this is what it's feeling like. Yeah. And here I am in the kitchen installing the drywall. Unfortunately, that outlet was water damaged by the rain that's been coming in through the gaps due to no ridge caps or flashing. And after that rainstorm, it actually shorted out again after we had replaced that outlet. So hopefully this drywall I'm putting up does not end up getting damaged as well in the process. We did cut the breaker for that outlet specifically so that there won't be an electrical fire. I have a shortage of screws, so I'm pretty much just tacking them into place and waiting until I can get more screws. But right now, we're trying to get our kitchen functional. We already have our cabinets. So basically, we gotta be able to cook in here without all this falling in our food. My hand is shaking from all the drywalling, and I'm sweating like a pig. Shit. Way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Whoops.
So just a little update. We have the bathroom mostly set up, but we've run into a lot of plumbing issues. Apparently, there's no sewer vent going up and out, so nothing's draining. So I have a nightmare downstairs. You might not see me through a lot of this. Okay, got it. Yes.
That goes to the tub. And it goes here, 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 and there.
Yep, up that way.
Okay.
This is the toilet. And it was elbowed in right here. But it didn't have a vent, which your toilets and plumbing will not drain without a sewer vent.
Okay.
So we need a vent that goes straight up here, which is why I've got this fitting here. We'll go there, and we'll vent straight up and out the house.
Okay.
And this should make it so our fucking pipes drain.
Okay. We'll see.
Worst case scenario, it just shoots sewage out onto our backyard.
Oh my god.
It would have to be pretty high pressure. Sewer doesn't have high pressure. There's the elbow that I cut off of there.
Sorry, there's a spider hanging there. Looks like something I don't want crawling on me.
There's the elbow that I cut off.
Okay. Alright, well, you got it then?
Yeah. So,
I think I want to get out of here.
okay.
Okay. Yep. That is milk dripping through our ceiling. Sometimes all you can do is just laugh off the ridiculousness. Can you see it?
That chimney looks like it's gonna just fucking collapse at any time on this side up here.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's even any mortar left on the part of the chimney. It would have helped if I put the ladder facing the right way.
Back on the roof. There's a storm coming. However, our chimney has no flashing. And I'm pretty sure at any moment it's going to start crumbling. So we're trying to beat the storm and get a little bit of weather stripping at the bare minimum to prevent the indoor raining that we had last night. Wish me luck. And here are a few photos of the issues we've run into and a temporary solution we found. Though we may be going through some challenging times, we made sure to stop and embrace the beauty around us, as this reminds us we can weather any storm that comes our way.
We're raising this house from the dead, with love and dreams in our heads. Just a man and a wife, with 3 sons at our side. Through dust and the memories, we'll take this ride.